Hello, everybody. Can you hear? Oh, the volume's way too loud. Hello, everybody. Can you hear me? Hello. Hello, everybody. I'm back. You should be able to hear me now. Let me know in the chat if you don't. You might also hear me crunching on the last little bit of carrot I had crammed into my mouth the moment I realized that the video was ending. My God. So, hello, hey everybody. I hope you enjoyed that carrot ASMR. That's just a free service. That wasn't even on the schedule. I'm just offering that to you for free. Gonna go ahead. I have muted Pat so that he doesn't, I don't know, sneeze or something into the camera. Give me just a moment to pull up our next game of the stream, which is Carrion. Okay. I see we've got some people waiting in the wings, so to speak, in the back channel. Let me unmute Pat. Pat, you are now unmuted. If you were talking, I could not hear it, but now you are
free.
You are live on the stream. I think probably our audio is still quite loud. I'm going to back that down a little bit more.
Would you like me to summon the others?
Yes, yeah, go ahead and
Okay.
bring them in.
I'll be right back.
Cracking open Carrion. Hey, everybody. I hope you're ready for some more games. Some video games, specifically. We're going to play Carrion. This was, I played this really, really late in the process, so it's definitely a later game. It was on my top 10 list, but let me go ahead and get this all set up. I see a whole bunch of friendly faces in the chat. Not in the chat, in our Discord. Hey, fellas. Let me go ahead and give me a second to pull up your cameras, but talk amongst yourself while I do that, please.
Yes.
Maybe read some donations
Jenna
introduce.
is setting up this. Sorry.
Go on.
Jenna is setting up the scene ahead of time. It'll appear when she has it ready. Don't worry.
It'll all
you are
be okay.
Yes. Hello. How you doing? Let's sound off. How you doing, Plant?
I'm doing good. How are you doing, Josh?
I'm doing great, Plante. How are you doing, Patrick?
I'm doing good. Josh, could you probably lower your mic maybe 15 to 20%? We got a hot Josh.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Let me just slow it down, like right around here.
There we go. Yeah, that's.
Okay,
I think that's more of the speed.
Hot Josh.
Yeah. Hot Josh.
And Plant is a little quiet, according to chat.
Is it still quiet? It should take it up a little? Okay.
Yeah. Let's get a slightly hotter Plant.
Hot Plant.
Is this hot enough? Hello.
Give me just a little more heat.
That might be as high as the gain goes on my mic.
Okay. Yeah, it'll be fine.
We gotta raise the heat like a little bit. Let's get it to like 3 heat on the heating scale.
Wow.
I only use the BW3 heating scale. So.
What is that?
The Buffalo Wild Wings heat scale.
Oh.
Wow.
What are the options? Can you run us through the options there, Plant?
Sure. It's mild, medium, spicy, poopy, muy poopy, too much poopy.
Those all sound great to me.
Yeah, they don't. The thing is, they don't talk about the later spices in the commercials. It's only for hardcore fans.
Well, that's the secret menu.
Buffalo Wild Wings secret menu.
Animal style.
Yeah, animal style, muy poopy.
Listen, you can't go wrong with a nice buffalo wing. I don't understand. Like, how can you mess up a buffalo? I don't think anybody could.
I mean, naming it muy poopy might be the one way that you do mess it up.
Yeah, that could be a tactical
I'm
error
no scientist.
there.
No tactical wing scientist over here.
What is? Do y'all have a favorite buffalo wing sauce? Have y'all switched to the lemon pepper yet?
No, I have not tried the lemon pep.
That doesn't sound great.
Oh, it's the best. It's just it's called lemon pepper, right? It sounds like lemon pepper. No, it's just butter. It's just like they took a gallon of like movie theater butter and they add just a little bit of lemon, a little bit of pepper, and they're like, that's enough to call it a sauce.
Oh no.
It's real good.
Oh, that
Yeah.
That sounds
That makes
delicious,
your tummy not happy.
but my stomach is already just not having it.
The chat seems like they all love lemon pepper.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy that they all universally. I mean, it's just rolling by so fast. We love lemon pepper. This sounds
Lemon
good.
pep. Lem Pep gang.
My
Lem
stomach
pep
feels
gang.
good.
See,
We've
I'm
got
not
people
looking
spelling
at the
out-
chat, so if that's true, I can't tell if you're being
Lem pep.
serious or not.
See, and now they're spelling out lemon pepper letter by letter in the chat, just somehow perfectly coordinating it. I don't know how they're doing that.
They're doing it together, and that's what this is all about.
They do move in herds.
Series of L.
Buffalo Wild Wings is quite a place. It has the atmosphere of a Dick's Sporting Goods, like in the spatial. It has the layout. It has the vaulted ceilings. It has the same like style of a Dick's Sporting Goods, and it kind of smells like it a little bit too. But then they come and bring you hot wings.
I genuinely hate to disrupt this really top tier discussion commentary, but I'm ready to transition into the Carrion screen, which means you will all be on camera. So please be aware. Stop, all three of you. Please stop picking your nose. Holy cow!
Okay.
This is your last chance to dig it all out. Okay, we are now.
No, wait.
Too late.
Oh, no.
Okay, he got
Too
it.
late.
I saw it.
I gave you a warning. I don't know what you wanted. I don't know how much I could do. I don't know for sure whether or not people can hear the game audio. So chat, hey, let me know. Let me know if you can or cannot hear it. Let me make some noise and then you can... Chat, let me know.
It looks like they can hear it.
They can? Okay, great.
Yeah.
Have all three of you in the discussion played this game?
Yes, I've played a good deal of this game.
Awesome.
I have not finished it though.
I reviewed it at Polygon.com, I think.
Ooh.
It's been a long time, but I played it. It was good.
I finished it in a weekend, and I had so much fun.
It's a great game. It's incredibly fun. As you can see, I play as a little meatball. A sweetie pie little meatball. I'm gonna eat this person.
Baby meatball.
Oh, baby meatball. Look at this. Oh God, that's not a meatball thing to do.
I don't know. I've had some pretty spicy meatballs in my day.
I love the thwip noises. I forget who I was talking to. I think it was I was running a test stream with Simone, and we're just talking about how good all the little
the
little
sound
like, nasty,
design's so good.
tendril sounds. Yeah. I'm getting word from stream watcher Brian David Gilbert that Plant is still a little low in the mix. Jenna, I think the best way of addressing that, if you haven't already tried, would be to just right-click his name in Discord and crank him up.
All right.
Add some more lemon pep to him. Give him some pep. Pep
Plant,
talk.
go ahead
Pep
and
talk.
go ahead and give me some sounds.
Me? And you just want me to like give a lemon pepper recipe?
Yeah, if you have one.
Okay, so get like 2 sticks of Dubliner butter unsalted, because you're going fancy on this. Put them in the microwave, melt them down, then just take like a lemon, put it in that bucket of boiling, scalding butter, and like beat it with like, I don't know, like a wooden stick? Spatula, that's what it is, the wooden spatula. And then take the old pepper grinder and that and some Foley work. Put
The
it on
good
top.
one. The good pepper grinder.
Oh, so you mean like the electric one? Where it's like zzz?
No, I have like one of those glass ones that I have the peppercorns in, and I just grind
Oh.
it like by hand.
Yeah, I mean you could do that when you're making your lemon pepper chicken wings.
I
And when
prefer
we're
to
in
get
the
a-
mixer,
I prefer to
It
get a
might
mortar
be-
and pestle and do it by hand, really, but you know, that's just me.
Wow, like an apothecary.
Yeah, like an apothecary for sure.
I'm also hearing it might be good to get I'm gonna guess like 33% less game audio because
Yeah.
it's fairly loud.
In my ear, it was loud too. And this gameplay, I know from streaming it on my own channel, it gets the variation in.
And chompies.
Yeah, the chomptacularness of the audio varies pretty widely.
Yeah.
So
I'd crank both of these way down.
yeah, let's do 50, and then we can sort of feel that out. Ah. Apply.
Crunch.
Oh yeah, let me update
Okay.
the game.
I thought I did
Ah,
update
thank you.
it. I'm sorry.
Oh, let me see. Yeah, it's updated. Yep, the game is Carrion.
Cool.
Thank you for that.
So I've also beaten this game, but I know I did not 100% it, and I think that's sort of what I'm going for. So I see that I have some biomass sample lost here. I saw a place where you could put your hand, so I might eventually at some point circle back to that. But that probably won't be on this stream today. I love the
moves
horrible
so
floatiness. Look at that fucking hair drain tangle of a meatball.
Oh, the hair drain tangle is the perfect awful description.
Oh yeah.
It reminds me of that.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna ask, do you use the silicone like hair drain protector?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like deep inside of this is one silicone hair protector, and this is like the blood and hair goop that is acquired. I don't know why. So
How
much
are your
blood is in
showers
the
going,
shower.
Plant?
You should probably
Plant.
go.
This is the first time you go to your apartment and you're doing a rental search and you just try everything and you just pull down like the tub and you're gonna check it out, and then it's just like, well, I don't want to live here anymore, so I'm out.
Yeah, you realize it was a murder castle.
Oh God. Yeah, it reminds me of, and I'm sure it's intentional reference, but it reminds me so much of the nasty dog form of the Thing. In
Oh, we're here for
yeah.
the thing talk. I'm here.
Because
John
it's
Carpenter's
super
The Thing.
cute. Is that why? Because it's like a cute little meatball, and you love it, and you want
Yeah.
to eat it and pet it.
Mm-hmm.
And then
That's
a dog head
mostly
comes
it.
out of it, and it just goes. "Rah."
Speaking of things, I'm gonna take care of some donations real quick because it's been a minute. I haven't
you.
done it since the beginning of Cyberpunk time. First of all, I want to give people an update on our Skull Wizards polls. Mushrooming is in the lead for verb 4.
Great.
Lurking is in the lead for verb 3. Crooning still out front by a country mile with $900. Magnifying is our verb 1, and our Bigfoot. Oh my God! I believe that donation from Smokey the Bear might have gone directly to Bigfoot
Wow.
because Bigfoot now has a lead with $3,618. So if Mothman or Gelatinous Cube want a shadow of a chance of catching up, they've got to get to work.
That
Yes,
rules.
Indeed.
Classic Beepus move.
Man, Smokey the Bear just putting his finger right on the scale. God's finger touched the scales.
And said Bigfoot.
And also Beepus. Lisa McToaster, Rohei, Carrot ASMR, Okemies. Okemies, the classic flavor. Okemies dropping $100.
How?
Orphney, Anonymous declared Gilly Ray. Nicole MC dropping some paper. James Bruno dropped $69. Said nice.
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 Yeah.
Ah,
Pog.
Pog.
I forgot what state of. Oh, this is always my favorite part of just sticking in like the vent and just dragging people to you. Just like,
It's so
nothing.
good.
It's so satisfying.
I like when I'm trying not to hurt somebody, but I do because I'm a big old spaghetti meatball, and there's just not a lot I can do to keep from hurting somebody. Ooh, hello. You look like I can shake you.
Get big.
Gonna squeeze in there. Gonna get a little bit smaller and then a little bit bigger.
So
I
this-
love-
This is like a
This is
spaghetti
so good.
meatball. This is just a question about how you make your spaghetti, I guess. Is this spaghetti covered in sauce, and it's a bad kind of like bleached pasta that is just absorbing the sauce too much, or did you use a red lentil pasta?
I was thinking like a beet,
Oh.
like a beet pasta, get a little bit
Oh.
earthiness.
That would
Yeah.
definitely, that would
And-
definitely stain it
I've
pretty
never
red.
had beet pasta.
I don't know that it's a thing,
No,
but you can add
you
beet juice to
can-
just about anything, and it'll be beet colored.
Yeah, and you can just shred it. You can like make like stringy beets.
Yeah.
The other thing, drunk pasta. You cook the pasta in red wine, like old sweet red wine,
Okay.
and then you put like a little broccolini on it.
Ooh,
Broccolini.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, yeah. If you ever
Fancy.
have like old wine and you don't know what to do with it, cook your pasta.
Wow.
This has become a real cuisine.
Ow.
I like this culinary cast right now. Plante, what else do you have? Do you have like the New York Times cooking like knowledge in you to tell us some more stuff?
I'm a big Mark Bittman man. You know, like after Thanksgiving, you know I was making some silog. I threw 12 cloves of garlic in the frying pan, let it sit in a low medium heat, and some olive oil, like a lot, like 6 tablespoons, and then you take the day-old rice and turkey, fry that down in the pan for like 20 minutes. You got yourself some tasty lunch.
That sounds amazing.
Oh, delicious. I'm so glad I ate before jumping on here.
I mean, Jenna, I feel like has some of the best recipes. Jenna is a member of the Polygon recipe room at Polygon.com, and routinely has recommended some tasty things.
Oh yeah, I think I know a lot of other people have done this, but I found it very nice. Is that I have a quarantine cookbook, basically that's just like a notebook, and I write down. I mean, I usually write down recipes on hand just because I like to have them in paper form. That's just something I like. But I've been keeping track of all the recipes I've made during quarantine. And that's been sort of cool to sort of track the progress that I've made on all of those.
Did you include
I
your half pie?
I didn't, because that was barely a recipe. It wasn't even really a recipe at all. It was just apples and a pie crust. I didn't even make the pie crust.
I mean, that's a pie. I mean,
Yeah,
apples
exactly.
and a pie crust is a pie.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, apple pie is pretty hard to mess up. It's just apples, and then whatever else you want to put with it.
True.
As a person who can't bake, don't say it's just a pie.
Okay, fair enough. You also have to put a thickener in there, so you have to put some flour, or I usually use flour, but I know people can use cornstarch. I think it just gets a little, gets a little bit too thick, in my opinion.
Cornstarch will gum you right up. Yeah.
Yeah, it's more that cornstarch is good for like a gravy. I just don't think it's as good for.
Yeah.
You know, it's a really good thickener.
What?
Oatmeal.
Oh, that
In
does
what
sound tasty.
scenario? Oh, for pie.
Or, you know, it could work in pie for sure. When I make chili, if I'm making chili without beef, like if I'm making like a big vegetable chili with like sweet potatoes and corn and all that the vegetable stuff in there, but I want to thicken it up a little bit, I'll do a tiny bit of flour. I used to do cornstarch, but I stopped. But also like if you want some chewiness to it, just a couple of handfuls of just raw oats, just like steel cut oats in there, and they just absorb all the chili flavor, and
A little bit of
they sort of
Quakers.
have a little bit of Quakers.
I feel like that would be good, especially good in like an apple pie, because the oatmeal apple combo is so strong.
Yeah.
So for people who have not played this game, I'm playing a human. I'm just a person now.
Flashback.
Flashback.
This was really weird to me because it controlled so weirdly.
Yeah.
It did like usually in side-scrolling games, like I was expected to be like move like in a way that I was like, okay, I jump, I can make it to the next platform, and in this, it just felt kind of wonky.
I love how not human it feels though. Like it's like in this world, the very idea of trying to move like meat flesh is perverse and wrong. So you can't do it good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Narratively, I think it works.
Antediluvian moss.
I also had a hard time with like trying to get through stuff in this state. Like there was times where I was like, I didn't know where I was going, and so I was just very much like pushed my head against it a while, and I figured, oh, I just have to be better at finding the switches and stuff like that.
I think maybe my only serious complaint about the game is that it's not, the things that you have to interact with are not always clearly marked. So there are definitely times when I was just sort of flailing around as a meatball creature, being like, I'm just gonna hit stuff until something breaks.
Yeah. Just flail around and make those real squishy noises and be like, I'm just gonna wreck this room until I find somewhere to go.
Yeah.
I just remember how great it felt the first time I became a maximum size meatball.
Yeah.
Like just crashing through everything.
Like a buca de pepo.
A book of the pebble.
Buca de Beppo.
The spirit
Yeah.
of Buka de Beppo is with us right now.
And then just like trying to squeeze into vents.
And just watching,
It's-
just like the. So it's like the way cephalopods can get through like tiny little like gaps just by like putting all of their meat in a line.
Yeah. Just trying to
gross.
squeeze all your horrible noodles and meatballs into one
and
little
just-
vent.
And squishy, and the noise. This is a very squishy game.
Yeah,
It's
I want a
good.
new
I would-
tradition where the Carrion meatball decides the winner of the World Cup. Yeah, like, I think that would be good.
Just put in. Oh, that reminds me of like the water levels in this that I also felt like I thought I would hate it, but after a while I was like, it just really got your brain going of being like,
Yeah,
look for the hole, look for the holes. Like you can go through this, go through it,
right.
and then you
Also that
and you
Yeah.
reformulate on the other side completely full, like most of it. I was like, yes.
yeah, the animation for just becoming a bunch of worms
it's
and then
so
turning back into
pretty.
one mass is so neat.
Yeah, I
A
love
lot
it.
of
It's
cool
visually so
flocking
good.
AI.
I have a question for the chat. What is your favorite dish at Buca de Beppo?
Buca di Beppo. And if they don't have one of those near you, you can default to macaroni grill. And if they don't have one of those, you can go to Olive Garden.
Olive Garden, yeah. I think
Olive
that's the
Garden,
safest.
Tour of Italy.
soup, salad, and breadsticks.
All three?
Mm.
Wow.
Unlimited.
But nothing else? You only do the Appy Wappies?
Let me. There was a time in which I received a Olive Garden gift card, and to make the most out of that gift card, I only went during lunch and I used it on soup, salad, and breadsticks.
Hell
because
yeah.
It was only $10 and it was a $50 gift card. So what I did was, I just got it, and then like towards the middle of it, I brought a container with me, and in that container, I just poured the zuppa, like the sausage zuppa, and I just poured it in there.
Oh,
and I was just
the
like-
zuppa toscana?
yeah, the zuppa toscana, just really got it in there, and so I had like containers of it for like a week, and then I just every day that I did it, I just brought home with me other stuff. So I used the gift card to the fullest.
Nice.
The chat has had just some great recommendations. Credit to the spicy chicken rigatoni from Hallelujah. A great choice. I mean, I don't want to, you don't want to brag about things like, things that you've done in your life that are just like so cool. But I got to be in the Pope room on my prom night. So it was a pretty big day at in Kansas City, Missouri. We rolled up in the pouring rain, an hour late.
They call it the Pope Room?
The Pope room. We got out of my Oldsmobile Cutlass Sierra. I opened the door for my date, and I said, "Welcome to the Pope room, baby." And we went in the room with the big round table with
I
the
know the
Pope's
manager.
head in the middle of it. It's a little sacrilegious.
Ah.
The gun people have entered the game.
Yeah.
And just as quickly exited.
Oh wait, I forgot this mode has the spider powers where you just web everyone.
Yep.
Flip.
Oh, you guys don't have guns, huh? We're chill. Whoops, I made one faint. That's fine.
I also really liked like later in the game when you got the harpoon, and
Yeah?
the noise that it made was just very satisfying, and especially the way so many good abilities in this game, and they never felt like useless. They were all useful in their own individual ways.
Oh no, I hate these boys.
Yeehaw getting in a little early with the 333, dropping $3.33. Albi dropped $20 a while ago. Buca di Bepis dropped $3.33 already, saying that's a spicy meatball. Nafisa Anonymous, well-spoken rambler, Bug Mother, everybody getting in, pogging
Thank you
out.
so much. Really
Alex Murphy,
appreciate it.
thank you for the 420. We did.
Ow! Ow! I thought I got that boy.
Ooh.
I thought that boy was
Ooh.
dead.
Oh no!
Ooh.
Oh no! Oh you are.
It's fine.
Yeah. Once they introduced like the shield
go.
characters, I was very much annoyed because it's like two of them were like on the same level, There's no like you had to figure out a long way around them in order to get through, and it was like
They definitely
You
add
prefer
a
just-
difficulty element.
Yeah, it sounds like Josh, you prefer more of a just let me rampage.
let me do the game. I want to be a monster. Let me rage through, which is like sort of towards like the end of the game when you start returning to like older areas. That was just like the best for me.
Ryda, a minute ago, asked a question. Let me try to find it. It was something interesting.
A lot of people eating pasta in the chat as well. Thank you for
And
eating
it-
pasta.
good
during
for
this-
them.
You know, they do.
A big shout out to all the Roman Catholics in the chat who are pointing out that the Pope Room is just the basilica. That's true. That is the true Pope Room. We're gonna throw a little bit of paper in the chimney, and some white smoke's gonna pop up, and we're gonna have a new Pope Room.
Yeah, it's gonna let you know
A little more
whether
Catholic humor.
This-
Catholic humor. We all everybody follow the Catholic humor Facebook page.
Oh no!
We're,
Oh no!
we're
You
constantly
might
posting
be a
new jokes
Catholic
and
when. I'm bringing together my two favorite interests as a child. My pal
Jeff
Jeff.
Foxworthy is
Pasta.
pasta.
Oh God! Hang on, my brain is just cranking overtime trying to think of some Catholic Jeff Foxworthy jokes.
I actually interviewed Jeff Foxworthy about his best
When?
friend, a former baseball manager, and the whole time I was doing the interview, I kept being like trying to get him to say you might be a redneck. If I was like, you like hunting. Do you think that would have anything to do like with like you being a redneck or like what that would be like? And he was like, you just would not play along. He did not want to humor me. I think they
Good for
charge
him.
you every time he says it. Like,
Really?
I mean, I would hope. You gotta get your dividends. The only reason I listened to him ever is because as a kid, we didn't have a lot of money, and we went to a place that was a recovery store from when there were like train wrecks, and they sold you whatever they found in the boxes. And there was a Jeff Foxworthy cassette tape, and I just listened to it over and over again because it was the only cassette I had.
I would like to get out of this chat. I don't know what to say.
How you doing, Jenna?
Good. I'm a spicy little meatball. I guess I'm a real big plate of spaghetti right now, but in my heart
Yeah,
I'm still
I'm
a
seeing that.
spicy little meatball and always will be.
It's like when a puppy gets big and he still tries to sit on your lap, like when he was
Yeah.
like when he's
Like
a
when he's
little
a little-
dog.
I'm a lap puppy. That's what my character
know,
is.
The thing that I think is funny about the meatball is he thinks he's people.
Yeah,
Because
sweetheart. Well, hey, buddy, why don't you come over here? No, come
Mm.
towards me. I want to fuck you
use
up.
the web. Use the web.
No, I'm too big, buddy. I'm too big. I can't use the web.
Oh, use the web.
I can't use the web, buddy. You know this. and we can't get McDonald's for dinner. I'm sorry. It's just we have food at home.
McDonald's.
We've got spaghetti at home, and so I don't know.
I don't want cold book in the pepper. I want McDonald's.
Well, I'll microwave it for you, buddy. It's the best I can do. I have to work 2 jobs.
Comedy of Errors says, if your religious leader's hat looks like a tiny house, you might be a Catholic.
It's pretty good.
Might be a Catholic.
I'm gonna lower my mic because I'm laughing too much. I'm sorry. This is funny.
I'm gonna go back to the military junkyard, see what seals I didn't get. Ugh, I like when you just kind of fall down an entryway. Just kind of tumble your horrible body down.
What's some of everyone on the chat's like not favorite parts of this game? Like,
Josh, you're real quiet now. I'm sorry. I
Yeah, you might
cannot.
have overcorrected there.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. It is almost 333 time. Just putting it out there before I get back into not
Yes.
being as
Well,
quiet.
why don't you remind him
Um,
what the 333 time is for?
333 is a time of collective action where we, much like this pile of meatballs, come together, and we are small together, small as individuals and great together, and we can eat anything we want and shoot anything we want with a harpoon. But what that means is it's 333, so 233. So if you got $3 on a credit card, now would be a great time to hop in and make a little donation.
I like that one
$3.
of these people is
Go ahead,
playing
Josh, sorry.
Doom.
Oh no, I was gonna read off some donations, but I'll wait for this to pass and then we'll read through them a little bit.
Cool. Oh right, yeah, I forgot I have another co-pilot here now. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
We are
You're doing a
Legion.
great job. I'm fine. We could share the responsibility. You could take the responsibility. I'm okay.
No, let's share it.
Is there something here I'm supposed to interact with? Maybe it's just people. I don't want to eat them.
What I was saying when I was in the quiet zone was there any part of this game that you just weren't happy with in a way? Like that, like I think for me there was like a part where like the underwater puzzles, as much as I liked them, there was a point where I didn't know where to go next, and the game doesn't remind you kind of sort of where you need to go next at some points.
There were definitely. I thought the ending was really abrupt. I didn't hate it, but it was just like suddenly over. But that's really my only complaint.
I would say I was a little confused at the beginning. Like it took me a while to get into this game. Probably because I was not like a big like chungus of a meatball killing everything right away. But once I found the flow and I kind of understood it's like not really a Metroidvania. I think I kept thinking it was going to be more Metroidvania. And then I was all on board.
If
Yeah.
not a
and the game is called
Metroidvania,
Carrion.
what genre would you grant it?
What would I call it? I don't know, like a short level puzzle adventure. I feel like it's mostly just like little environmental puzzles.
It's a puzzler.
Yeah, it's more about solving the environment than it is about like exploring one giant map, Metroidvania style.
Yeah.
I think.
I had some just first of all, sorry, I got a slight delay here, but you tossing that vent into that guy's face was A1 good shit. I feel like I had some level design quibbles with it, where just in terms of just me getting lost and then just getting kind of too frustrated navigating the environment to want to continue. I think my meatball is like nearly maxed out. I think maybe there's one more upgrade for him. But I just reached a point where it's like I don't know where to go and I don't really want to put in the effort to figure it out. But it was a great ride up to that point, and I don't really feel like I missed out a lot by not finishing it.
But you don't know how it ends.
That's true. Does the meatball finally find his family? Do they
That's a good
and
ending.
even
We're not gonna spoil you.
an
Are
even
we gonna-
larger fork appears and just sort of wraps him up and ascends into the sky, and that's the last you see of it.
And you hear God go, yummy.
You just hear a really loud slurping sound.
You hear
then a
Italian
burp.
God just say, yeah, that's a good pasta.
The spirit of Buca de Beppo is upon you.
What is DePeppo?
What is de Beppo?
A name
What is
or
the
a
Beppo?
word of some kind. I bet Google could tell you.
No.
All right, we can speculate if that's what you prefer.
I don't want DePeppo definition to be permanently in my Google record.
Well, it's happening in mine. Let's go.
Wait, the name roughly translates to Joe's basement.
Eh,
What?
delicious.
That-
Yeah.
I'm not about this.
Okay. So here's the logic. Buka means hole or pit, right? And dialectal.
Go on.
In Tuscany would be like a basement or a cellar, and then Beppo is a diminutive form of Giuseppe. So I guess Giuseppe would be like Joe.
So Joe's basement.
Welcome to my pasta pit. Hey, I'm Joe. Welcome to my pasta pit.
Welcome to Joseph's miniature pasta hole.
Hey, yeah, I'm
Some
gonna
fun
fill your
trivia.
hole with pasta.
Oh no!
Have you heard of our Pope room?
This is the thing I did not know. Buca de Beppo, owned by Buca Inc., which in turn is owned by Planet Hollywood.
There we
Okay,
go.
that all tracks. Yeah.
Where the pasta comes from.
Do
Hollywood.
they have like stuff on the walls from various movies?
At Planet Hollywood?
No, at Book of the Pebble, but it's all.
Oh
just
no!
like,
I was like, do you know the premise of Planet Hollywood?
as the
yeah,
person who has the orange like leather vest from Planet Hollywood.
Oh
yeah.
wow!
Oofa. You know, in a way that doesn't surprise me, and in a way it doesn't disappoint me, and in a way it does both.
What's everybody's favorite terrible restaurant?
That's a great
What is
question.
your definition of terrible?
I just want to hear answers based on
Okay.
that question.
Yeah, you're gonna have to make a choice about what you think terrible
I'll
is.
say, not fast service. I think that's the thing. It's like not fast food. Favorite terrible sit down restaurant.
Oh boy. I have weirdly fond memories of TGI Fridays because that's whenever I went and saw my grandparents. That's where we would eat.
Oh, that's really cute. Yeah.
And it was always edible. So what more can you ask for grandparents' dinner?
That's
I used
true.
to love going to Chili's with my family, but then we had two separate like unfortunate medical events happen there.
Wait,
Not
involving
related-
your
not-
family or just like
not- involving my family, but not involving the food. It was just
Okay.
like, yeah, it was just like, oh, two, not like bad things, but just like, oh, geez, this sucks. So I don't like Chili's, and so I think now it's been replaced with
I mean, it is interesting that we both went for not good food, but a place where we have
Yeah.
fond memories. It ought to be
yeah,
said for
that's
that.
true.
I liked Chili's a lot in high school. Back when the food was fresh, you know.
Yeah.
And then it changed. But I actually had to bail on it after I was writing a story on Vicarious Visions? Is that the New York video game studio that made the Skylanders games, right?
yes.
Yeah.
And I was upstate New York with our video producer, and we tried to do it all in one day. So we went up there, we did the interviews, and then we drove back. And on our way driving back, we saw a sign for a town called Coxsackie. And I was like, Coxsackie? That's the funniest town on the planet. And I was like, oh, we should get a photo of that. That's so fun. And then we're like, no, let's just keep going. And then we saw a town for like West Coxsackie, and I was like, no, it's a sign. This is great.
We gotta
So
go further.
we veered off, and we're like, oh, we should do this, but then we couldn't find a sign, and we veered back on the highway, and I don't know how this is possible. It was dark. We found ourselves on an infinite loop of going back and forth between Coxsackie and West Coxsackie, and like Google could not figure out a way to get us out of this loop. It just kept spiraling us, and we were so hungry, so we finally just stopped at the Chili's in Coxsackie and watched The Bachelor while eating really gross, still partly frozen on the inside chicken fingers.
Well, I've got
only
good
then
news.
After that, we literally got in the car, and then Google Maps was like, okay, here's your way out. It was like, oh, I guess we passed the test.
No, what you're describing is a Kentucky Route Zero level. I'm sorry.
It is.
I was waiting, but I was like, this sounds like you were on the zero for a bit. Just a
Yeah.
I just remembered IHOP. IHOP, I think, is my number
Oh.
one shitty restaurant. It's
I think
so
it might
good.
be. Yeah, I might be with you. And IHOP.
Mm.
Yeah, IHOP's a great option.
It's cheap too.
I would like to bring my southernness bound in here. I would one up that and say Waffle House.
I have not been to a Waffle House. I
Waffle
wanna go
House
boy.
at 2:00 in the morning.
Yeah, I've only
Food
ever
is insane.
exclusively. I've only ever gone to Waffle House when I'm hungover or intending to be hungover in short order.
Waffle House to me is just IHOP, except for you have a 5% greater chance of having your head cut off.
Absolutely lowballing.
Yep. There's a percentage there. The percentages are very different, but in my heart of hearts, I will always remember the fond memories I had at a Waffle House of just being like, I want a waffle at 3:00 in the morning. Where can I get one? Everything's closed. Waffle House is there to provide.
Wiener Schnitzel?
Mm-mm.
They don't have those out here. Those are okay though.
What about, did you
Ooh.
guys ever have, God, what was it, Lion's Roar?
What is that?
Lion's Roar.
It's like an Arby's. It's like a shaved meat situation.
Oh.
That might be a St. Louis regional thing. One of you should look
Trust.
that up for me so I can keep playing.
Yeah.
You said the Lion's Roar?
I think it's called Lion's Roar, or maybe Lion's Head. It's been a minute.
Lion's
I'm gonna
Roar
Google Lion's
shaved meat.
Yeah.
Lion's
Lion's Choice.
Den. Lion's
Oh, okay.
Choice! That's the one. Used to eat a lot of Lion's Choice. It was just
That sounds
Arby's.
great.
That's what I remember.
There is like some of my childhood Catholic pull is really pulling me because when I googled Lion's Roar shaved meat, it just brought up Psalm 104:21. I mean, fine, like sure.
From the Book of Arby's, yeah. That's what I'm saying.
The lion.
No!
Isn't
The
that
big
amazing?
Montana with extra horsey sauce. The word of the Lord.
Ow! 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 Oh!
I'm gonna read some donations after.
Oh yeah, please do. Thanks, Josh.
I got bullied.
No-Ram McSparkles, $15. Thank you so much. Badger, $3. Pterodactyl, Cranboggles, McHenry. A lot of the 333 push is really coming in here.
Heck yeah. Thank you, everybody.
Really appreciate it, everyone. Streaming for the Innocence Project.
Yeah, Pat, would you go ahead and read our very good paragraph
Yeah,
about
let
what
me
the
do it.
Innocence Project is, just to remind folks who might be tuning in. People who were like, Hades, Carrion, yeah.
Yeah.
What's this? Oh, now, yeah, nasty meat game? Hell yeah. The Innocence Project's mission is to free the staggering number of innocent people who remain incarcerated and to bring reform to the system responsible for their unjust imprisonment. And then I just posted there's a little link. That you can go learn more on their website.
Yeah, worth checking out for sure if you haven't been to their website to read some
Great stuff.
extremely heartfelt testimonials about people whose lives have been absolutely changed by this incredibly good organization that you can help with, like right now, by donating. There's just not, I know. There's
Oh, Jenna. Oh. that
What?
man's dead. Oh, you murdered a man. Sorry, I'm just tuned in.
I
You're
knocked
getting
one
good
into the
top
other. That felt great. I'm so sorry, ma'am.
I like the guys who have the bite-proof suits, so you just have to smash them inside the suit, and you can't eat them.
Yeah, I like them too. It's like, what good
What do
did
you-
this do for you, really?
What do you think the suits are made out of? Because I imagine the Carrion is so powerful that it could bite through anything. It just doesn't like the flavor of the.
I think it's
Ah.
got to be like a melted chocolate bar in a tough wrapper situation where like
It's
no
too
matter how
squishy.
hard you bite that, yeah, the suit the suit is strong enough that like just mulches everything inside it, and then
Sure, that makes sense. And also, like the insides, the bloody organs are so gooey that even if you could bite through the wrapper when it was dry, you've already made it like too slippery.
Yeah, it's kind of a Go-Gurt situation where it's not
Oh.
Go-Gurt initially, but then you are turning these
It's like-
people into Go-Gurt.
Oh,
Human
wait.
Go-Gurt.
This is the part of the game in which I was like, oh, I have to use gamer mode and just lean forward.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Do stuff because
Oh, yeah,
the
this part's
flamethrower
tricky.
guys, they go
Yeah,
straight
I don't
through.
like these fire boys. I've already been cooked, so I'm not here for this. Hello. You guys are fine. I don't need to. We don't need to fight.
I think
I-
the only people I felt bad for in this game were the scientists because they genuinely we're not ready for this. We weren't signed up for this, and then they just go cower in a corner, and then you just go and you just eat them if you want, or
Yeah.
you just leave them there.
Or they're on
Yeah.
the potty.
Yeah. Or they're on the potty. Boom.
Yeah.
Boom, baby.
Thank you for the Hercules reference.
Kapowza. Yes, this is our secret Hercules block.
Zero to hero. That's the story of Carrion.
Josh, you got a little bit quiet again. If you can just bump yourself a scooch.
Oh, I think I just need to get back onto the mic. Sorry,
yeah.
I
Gotta
got in the
Stay on
drinking
that,
mode.
feller.
No, that's fine.
Is there a place to see the stream schedule? In fact, there is. If I hit, unless somebody beats me to it.
Ow!
Yep, somebody beat me to it.
Yep.
There it is. It's in the chat. Subject, of course, is subject to change. Sorry, schedule is subject to change.
Are there games that y'all are most excited to watch on a stream?
Demon Souls. Super excited about that Pat stream.
Yes, I'm excited. I've only played it once, so it's going to be a sloppy mess.
Oh god, I'm on fire.
So
Okay.
excited for Pat's Tekken stream because that's going to be funny.
Yeah. Excited to get some FGC action up in here. I'm excited for Dota Underlords, which Josh is going to be streaming, which I've never seen before. I played like 400 hours of Dota 2, but I don't know what Dota Underlords is.
Wow.
It was
I'm excited.
the only way to get me off of Dota. That's the only way.
It's harm prevention model.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it
okay.
is I'd rather spend 45 minutes doing this than 2 hours and getting mad at myself and not wanting to do anything for the rest of the day.
God, it's the thing with Dota 2 is it hurts so bad when you put like fucking 100 minutes into a game and then you lose, and then the people who beat you just say some horrible toxic shit to you, and you're just like, okay.
And then you just
Well, I guess I'm gonna continue doing this. Yeah.
GG, well played, and then you just log off and you
Space. I'm 11. Why are you being mean to me? I'm 11. I think that's got to be my strategy. If anybody ever sends me mean messages anonymously while playing video games, I just reply, I'm 11.
That's good. Help them sort of reevaluate how they're living their life and whether it reflects the values that they would like to have. Ow, I thought I had killed you.
Nope,
I don't like
he's
that I
still
didn't kill
there.
him. That's not what I was hoping for. I don't have the power that's gonna let me do anything. I'm playing this somehow in a different order than I did originally. Totally uncertain. I'm like, how?
How is that man still alive?
I'm looking forward to the late night terror of Clayton playing Hard Space Shipbreakers and Noita.
Me too.
Two of my favorite games, yeah.
Is that tonight or is that Saturday?
That's tonight, yeah.
That's tonight. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna be up late for that one. I'll be hanging out watching Shipbreakers and Noita.
Also,
go ahead.
oh, is Brian just going to play the entirety of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2?
Yeah,
As much as he can
From
get
the
done in
beginning?
8 hours.
Okay.
you can definitely beat that game in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's gonna be getting into the level editor at that point.
Yeah, he's gonna be in the end game grind.
He could also play a bunch of those really cool custom levels that people have gone through.
Oh yeah. Is there a modding community on that game yet on PC?
I think there is like custom, like I know there's been reports of like people making either that Sonic Adventure 2 level, the downhill jam one that they remade in there. Somebody also made Peach's Castle, and then I think a lot of these are Nintendo based, but like somebody made like the Super Smash Brothers Temple level as well.
I mean, the good thing is they're super chill about people doing stuff like that.
Yeah, and until old Sonic comes a knocking, saying this is my level, this is my OC, this level is my OC.
I'm coming as quick as the speed of sound.
At the speed of... that's a good level in video games.
Yeah.
Yes. Brian messaged to say he will be 100%ing both of them while listening to smooth jazz. We will not be listening to the iconic soundtracks of Tony Hawk 1 and 2, so we don't get DMCA'd.
Yep.
Be listening to royalty-free smooth jazz.
WMMO.
Royalty and carefree. Ow.
Are we helping college students with their preparation for finals, or are we hurting them with the stream?
That's a good question.
I mean, if they're studying,
yeah,
it's fine.
Like we're not a distraction. We're like just like a friend who's like hanging out in the living room, right? Yeah.
The chat is mixed. Actually, it's turning towards positive. Nope,
Okay.
going back.
Here's the thing. Sometimes you think something's helping you, and then later you realized you weren't actually taking in any of the information you were reading. That I'm certain won't happen to anybody during this stream.
Should we read out some more donations?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Go for it, Jeff.
All right. We have some anonymous people sending us some money, $20. Slick Fictionalization, thank you so much from the Polygon crew. Karen Debbie, I Am the Law, which is a great name for anything. And then Relios giving us $20, and his message is, been looking for things like this and bail funds to contribute to. Thanks for pointing it way here.
Yeah.
And thank you for donating. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, everybody, for donating. Again, we're going to be doing this for a while, so if you're waiting for your paycheck to come in, good news. You got some time.
We're here till Sunday. All day.
Jenna, as my time on this beautiful stream comes to a close, for the chat, I have been watching old horror movies because I've discovered that they are in fact good. This has been a fun journey for me to figure out very late in life. And Jenna is, I think, a horror expert. So I'm curious if you have any recommendations for me, maybe even Christmas-related horror movies. I just watched Black Christmas. We talked about this off chat. Are there other things that I should watch?
I mean, there's no shortage of Christmas horror movies. They are, I would say, universally joke movies. Like, they are very rarely very earnest. So as long as you're chill with that style, I mean, there's like no shortage of Krampus movies. Black Christmas itself got a remake, I believe, last year that I have not watched yet, but I'm going to watch this year.
Oh, I give that a try. Also, I didn't realize Black Christmas, I guess, was the first movie to do The Call Is Coming From Inside the House.
Yeah, it's sort of the genre maker of that. I think the stories predate it, but that's definitely the first time the movie did it.
It makes sense. It's so good. At least that sequence is.
It's an enjoyable movie. I definitely if you haven't watched it, the original Black Christmas, I do recommend it.
Oh yeah, some Spende in chat recommended Rare Exports, which I've had on my list.
Rare Exports is actually a good movie. Yeah.
Has anyone seen it? Is it called like Dial Code Santa or something? It's like the movie that Home Alone is based off of, but maybe not. But it's just about a child who like sets his house up full of murder traps, and then Santa Claus breaks into the house, and then like the child dresses up like Rambo and tries to kill Santa Claus. Oh, and Santa Claus kills the kid's dog. Like, that's the beginning of the movie.
Can you repeat the name of this movie? I need to write this down. Hold on.
It's called Dial Code Santa Claus or Deadly Games. I think there are two titles. And the kid, like, dresses up as Rambo with, like, hand grenades and, like, a shotgun. And then, or, like, a AK. And then Santa Claus comes in and stabs his dog to death. And then he's like, I'm sorry, that's really gross for people who don't want to hear about that part. But then he's like, I'm going to straight up murder Santa Claus. And he like shoots darts in his neck at one point. I've only seen the trailer. This is on Shudder, if people want to watch it. But yeah, I've been meaning to check it out because it looks good. I don't know if like it's literally Santa Claus or if it's like kind of like Joe Pesci dressed up as Santa Claus or something like that.
Evil Santa Claus, bad Santa, if you may.
What we might call a bad Santa.
Okay.
Yeah, a Billy Bob Thornton, if you will. Bad News Bears.
Bad News Bears.
Bad News Bears.
I remember Bad News Bears coming out around the same time as like the height of John Heater. Napoleon Dynamite guy. Like it was our
height of John Heater. Yes, who can forget that time?
Peak Heater.
Peak Heater, School for Scoundrels, and The Bench Warmers. Bad times. The movies that I spent money on.
Wasn't he also in that ice skating movie with Will Forte? Not Will Forte. Will
Ferrell.
Ferrell, yeah.
Blaze of Glory, another movie I paid money for.
Nice. I paid money to see Anger Management, First Date.
Oh wow! Was there a second date?
Yes.
Yeah.
Impressive. All right.
That's
unexpected.
Yeah.
What do you think it was? Was it the Adam Sandler's voice or Jack Nicholson's voice that made your date say, "This is going well"?
Wow, so you're not even Considering the possibility that it was Pat.
I didn't mean it like that.
calling this as a date is weird because it was like my dad drove us there in his pickup truck. I didn't have a learner's permit.
Extremely adorable.
That's fine. It can still be considered a date.
Anyways, Plant, do you have anything to plug on Polygon?
Yeah, Polygon.com is the website. Y'all do all the amazing work. I mostly just attend meetings. Oh, hey, on Monday, Polygon's Game of the Year Top 50 is going to go live. We've probably talked about that already, maybe not. Along with 10 essays about our top 10 games. And let me tell you, the games are pretty good. In fact, some of them have appeared already.
Well, gosh, what could that be?
Yeah,
I wonder what games that could be.
Is there any game that just unanimously loved this year? I don't know.
You can't talk about it. I certainly couldn't answer that. But I guess if I were to answer it, I would say yes. Kentucky Route Zero is number 2, and yes, 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim is number 1. But don't hold me to that. These things can change. They're in a state of fluctuation every day.
I'm so happy about these games on this list.
Yeah, Nier Automata is actually number 3. But other than that, we did it.
Before I let you go, I just because I might be interested in your reaction to this. A while ago, Portland Fontana said, "Pat, I can beat you there. I went on a successful date to Don't Mess with the Zohan, which is objective."
Oof.
That is.
Oh yeah.
Woof. Okay.
Do you think that movie holds up?
To what? To what standard?
To who? Who does this show up? Who?
Does it hold up? Does Zohan hold up? You think it's as good the 100th time you've seen it?
Yeah, in this
Don't
modern
mess with
culture,
the
is it as appreciated as it was during its time?
Do you guys remember the Love Guru?
No. I mean, I remember that being a thing that existed, but that guy, I never saw it. Yeah?
You watched it recently?
Yeah, there is a very funny part in it where Mike Myers.
The saddest description I've ever heard of a comedy. Sorry, go on.
About this 100-minute long comedy. There is a funny part in it.
Go on. I'm here for this. Go on.
Oh fuck! I just remembered that. Okay. Who's the guy?
Yes.
He's a British guy. He has a TV. All of his sentences sound like this.
Genuinely don't know, but I'm here for this.
You gotta give me like one movie and I can help you out here.
He's on Community.
John Oliver?
John Oliver.
It's a good impression. Solid.
Thank you.
Great.
He's in it, and he plays a news broadcaster. His character's name is Dick Pants.
Richard Pants, a classic.
My favorite joke from the Love Guru is when he says, "I'm the Love Guru," and then he gives advice, and it's G U R U T M.
Yeah, he said that does happen, I think.
It does happen.
Why did I do this to myself?
It's both advice and it's how he spells his job title.
Yeah.
I've just hoisted myself by bringing up the Love Guru.
And he trademarked it. Just so you know, the first 2 build people on the Love Guru's IMDb page are Jessica Simpson as Jessica Simpson and Kanye West as Kanye West.
Yeah, they do show up very.
And then Mike Myers as Guru Pitka, Young Pitka, Teenage Pitka, and Mike Myers. I did not know he played himself in the film.
Yep.
Good for him.
That
Gotta
makes
get
sense.
out. Gotta get yourself out there.
There is like a weird dark, not like dark, but it's like something weird about that movie. That movie was the end of a bad deal for Mike Myers, in which he had like a certain amount of picture deal, and this was the last movie of that deal. And he couldn't refuse to do this movie because it was a part of his deal.
And why would he? That's the question. Like, why would he even refuse, you know?
How often do y'all look at Mike Myers' paintings?
I haven't seen his painting.
He paints.
Oh, you haven't.
I'm gonna Google real quick.
Okay, just gonna wheel in here.
He does a lot of portraiture. I think he does a lot of like. Well, Mike. So if you Google Mike Myers, you're not gonna get Mike Myers. The Mike Myers that we're talking about. If you Google Mike Myers, Colonel Sanders, you're
Okay,
going.
I'm looking at this.
Oh, I see the Colonel Sanders.
Alright.
That is, yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good Colonel.
I think this is a thing that all comedians do at a certain point. Like Jim Carrey has also gone through his oil painting period. It's kind of like a natural part of your evolution,
Look at
which
that.
honestly, like, healthier than a lot of things that could happen.
Yeah. Is this okay? There's
Uh-huh.
a drawing of Austin Powers, and I don't know if it is by Mike Myers.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
How you doing, Jenna?
I'm good. How are you guys doing?
Doing
You seem
great.
like you're entertaining yourselves, and that's really important.
I'm
That's
so
the thing,
sorry.
it very much feels like you are very kindly driving us to a destination. Very patiently. It's like
Sorry.
every time I've been in an Uber with a bunch of people who are just way too fucking loud and chatty, and just the driver just like, kind of like just minding their own business.
You know, I'm just not playing a game. I'm having a good time.
Okay,
Just
just
taking us to the book of the Bible.
Oh, you reached the water stage.
We did it.
It's here. I love when he goes in and out of doorways. It's always one of my favorite parts about the game, where he just like swivels in and swivels out.
But before I go, Jenna, what is your favorite game? Well, actually, what are your three favorite games of the year? And then I promise I'll leave.
Hades, Animal Crossing, Carrion. I was gonna do an Animal Crossing Island tour, but I let my Nintendo subscription lapse, so I couldn't have anybody over, and I didn't want to pay for it.
That's fair.
Fair.
Fair. That's a good list. Josh, how about you? What's your top three?
My top three is Kentucky Route Zero, Hades, and the last one is Dota Underlords because I got really into it this
There
year.
it is. There it is. There it is. I like it. Pat, how about you?
Hang on, let me look at my Steam list real quick. I don't even know what I fucking played this. Oh, the Final Fantasy VII remake was terrific.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's probably that. Maybe Demon Souls, and then I don't know if it counts, but like Tekken Season 4 has been very good. Yeah.
Those are good picks. I
Good
like it all.
list.
Y'all, I'm gonna head out.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you for coming up,
See
man.
y'all later. Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks for coming
I'll
and
see
hanging
y'all
out.
later.
Thank you, Platt.
Bye, chat. Bye.
All right. Now,
Gotta
everybody,
do some quick
pause
training.
for a moment while I
Yep.
readjust us. We're gonna switch back to. Oh, how beautiful!
While
Back
we're
when
doing
just-
that, I'm going
that
to
did
do
great.
some donations.
Thank you, Pat.
We got one from Ghost Mom for $20. Thank you. We got one from Zohan with the note "Don't mess with me." $10. Thank you. Catherine, thank you so much for
Oh.
the 365. Angel, Ewolf's Trash Genius, Dank Jester King, good name.
Thank you
We
so
got a-
much.
A bunch of anonymouses. Thank you all very, very much.
So,
Appreciate
just if you check out our Tiltify, you'll notice we have actually 5 polls. I was gonna say 1 poll. It's 5 polls for 1 remaining game. So at 4 o'clock, we're gonna be joined by a couple of other folks on the video team to play a round of the tabletop RPG Skull Wizards. And basically, it's kind of a Mad Lib style game. So the opening of the game, I will be giving everybody prompts, and it will be up to them to come up with words that match those prompts. And then that will be the basis of their character and also the basis of the dungeon that they will be crawling. And if you look at the listing, there's some polls. One is for a monster that they will definitely have to fight, and the other 4 are words that they might have to sort of deal with as their characters. So those will probably be adjectives on items. So it'll be that word combined with whatever item, and that's how we'll know what that item does, basically. So there's some pretty good options there if you want to peep those out.
Cool beans.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Since we've got multiple co-pilots here in the chat, if you don't mind, I'm going to go make myself some peanutted butter. But you can just leave my cam on. I'll eat with my mic turned off so people don't hear the slurping.
No ASMR.
No ASMR, but I'll be back.
Awesome.
Cool. Hey Josh, how you doing?
How's it going, Jenna? You've been doing a great job. Oh, this is the worm part. Yes.
Yeah, we worm now. We are Legion, and that Legion is worms.
I think this part. Okay, sorry.
I just love when it farts out.
It just really flings in there. But I had a weird time because this is the part of the game where I became frustrated, mostly due to the fact that I didn't know where to go, and I kept on going through that water tunnel over and over again, and so eventually I got it, but it was just like a rough time, especially going through like all of the previous destruction that you did, and then going in a loop for a long time was also.
Yeah, there's a lot of looping. And there's a lot of going back to areas you've been at and you're not entirely certain you need to go back to. The map making, I think, is a little... Yeah. There were parts where I was just like begging for a pull-out map that I could just look and be like, I understand why, as a plate of meatballs, I don't get that, but I wanted it.
I also thought, I thought for a long time in the game that, that grout... Oh, I'm gonna let you concentrate, because this part worked for me for about... 45 minutes, but this part was kind of hard fighting these things that can actually murder you in like 2 seconds flat.
Yeah.
What I was gonna say was there's a point in which
there she goes.
Yeah. It's so quick.
Yeah, it's brutal. The guns are brutal.
Yeah. I forgot what I was gonna say, but it's perfectly fine.
Oh no! You'll remember. It'll come back to you.
Yeah, it's fine. It'll always come back, like Celine Dion.
Yeah.
Celine Dion's really great. I think she had a concert. No, honestly, she had a concert before quarantine, officially started, and a couple of my friends went, and they just still remember the time of do you remember when we saw Celine before all of this happened? And they're like, I will always remember that memory.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. So, You've seen the Thing remake, the one from 2011, right?
I actually haven't yet. My partner have been saving it for our winter watch through of we watch a lot of horror movies. That should not surprise anybody.
No.
But we've set aside a bunch of vaguely winter / holiday relevant horror movies, so that's on our list to watch.
Okay, then I will leave that alone. It's perfectly fine.
Did you like it?
I like it in the parts that it's the movie. It's what you think it is, but there's some strange things along the way. But I'm really glad that instead of remaking the movie, they just did, well, we have this other story we could do and just do it again. Not a remake, but just not a reboot. It's a continuation. And I think when I first started, I told you about how my friend made the mega mix of both movies put together.
I don't think you did, but that sounds amazing.
Yeah, so he's also a video editor, and so what he did, there's a point in the movie where you could splice them together where it comes out perfectly spliced and you don't really notice. Cool. And it's real fun. Yeah,
that rules. Now I'm in the part that you were talking about, which is where you accidentally just go around in circles a whole bunch.
Yeah,
so you can't...
I'm trying to see if I can remember, and now I remember what I was gonna say.
Good.
I thought for the longest time that that growl sensor that you could do, you could growl and be there are people growling back at you, other pieces of you growling.
Yeah.
Well, I thought that was a waypoint to tell you of where to find the way to go, but it turns out it's just to find those holes where you could do stuff in.
Yeah, I also thought that would be a thing that helps you progress when you don't know where you're at. I kind of wish it were. That seems like it might have been a better use of that.
Yeah, I think that would have been... I think you got it.
Yeah.
Also, going between sections is always very fun for me because it's just you just always come out of like some. Am I gonna say orifice? Yeah, it's fine. Whatever.
Yeah,
I just
that's
you
what
just
it
come out
is.
of something and
Listen.
you just shoot out and just wheel around and it's like I've been here before. Also, I like knowing in that you're like, oh, I've been here before because there are tentacles just everywhere. And it's like, okay.
My leavings have reminded me that I was already here.
Yeah. I'm gonna stretch my arms real quick.
Good call. Very responsible. In fact, let's all. Oh no, not me. I don't get to take a break.
No,
Okay,
no,
there we go.
you don't.
Everybody, go ahead and do a little bit of stretcheroo. Let's see. Oh, get my. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Good.
All right,
Drink some water
back
if
it
you
up.
haven't drank any water.
I'll
Ow!
be drinking this Dunkin' Donuts from earlier.
Gotta get your donkeys.
You know, I just need my dunkies. I just need my dunks. Dunkaroos. Oh, Dunkaroos. Anyway, Jenna, you really knocked this out of the park. Like, you're doing really well.
Yeah, it's much. As it turns out, it's a lot easier to play through if you've already played through before.
Yeah.
Revolutionary thoughts with Jenna. This is my real talk. Games are
Wait,
easier the second
wait.
time you've played them.
Wait, is this another episode of Real Talk with Jenna?
Yeah, real talk with Jenna.
Alright.
Games are easier when you've already done them once before.
And that has been Real Talk with Jenna.
Yeah,
there'll
thanks,
be
everybody.
more of them along the stream until this shift is over. Let's see if we got any donations and donations.
Yeah.
We
soundtrack.
just got $100 from Hunzi. Thank you, Hunzi. Really appreciate that.
Thank you.
And then there's anonymous $25. That would be I guess you're my little pog champion. Come here. Great
Aw.
stuff.
Adorable.
I'm also just gonna go a little bit over the schedule for tonight. So after Carrion, we have Skull Wizards with Jenna, and then I think after that we're switching over to Primetime Nighttime, which will be Jackbox from 6 to 8. We'll be playing the newest version of that, and then at between 8 and 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, just putting it out there, Eastern Standard Time, we'll be playing Among Us with a bunch of people from staff and a bunch of people on video. And then after that will be Destiny 2. I will be co-piloting that with Clayton, and we're gonna have a great time. They're gonna probably be playing the new expansion, which I have no idea about, so I will have a bunch of questions.
I'm excited. I'm probably will not be on stream actually for any of those because I will have already done 8 hours that day. But I'm probably gonna watch because I want to see how you guys do at Destiny.
Yeah, Destiny's fun. I fell off of it real hard, but I kind of don't want to go back. Not because it's a bad game, but it's just it's a time sink.
Games do be like that sometimes.
It do be like that sometimes. And that's all for Friday. And then I started off on Saturday. And then I think after that is Simone.
Which of the things that you're going to stream, Josh, which one are you most excited about streaming?
I am really actually excited about streaming Dota Underlords because
Okay.
I'll explain why. I put it on the list mostly because it is the first time in a while that I was like, all right, this is, as soon as quarantine started, I was like, I need to learn something new. I need to learn a new type of game. I don't want anything too complicated. And I heard all of for like 2019 about auto chess, and I was like, I want to try it, but it has to be something familiar. And I think like the familiarity of like knowing all those Dota characters. Wow, you really got that shield guy real quick.
Yeah, wasn't
and
nothing around.
knowing that those really helped, but it was just an interesting thing because I can't get mad at the game because it's very random, but it's just one of those things where I don't feel bad when it's over.
Oh,
Which
okay.
is something I kind of needed in like a competitive type of game.
There's a lot to be said for that in competitive type of games.
Yeah. Coming in second place would probably be Spider-Man because I haven't had a time to play Spider-Man because I've been so busy.
Haha, that's another one where I'm hoping to. I will probably not be joining on stream, but I might hop in and watch a little bit.
Yeah.
Pretty excited.
I really enjoyed the 2017, and I really enjoyed like Miles Morales. Also, playing it on the PS5, whew, those load times are excellent.
Oh yeah. All right, that rules.
Let's see. Santa Postal in the chat. Yes, Jenna is still playing and doing an excellent job. She is kind of almost near the end, near the game, in the game.
Yeah, I've missed so much content though, weirdly. So if you haven't played this game, there's just entire sections I have skipped over on accident. So I definitely recommend playing this game if you haven't already.
There's a lot of secrets. Like I remember, like I think there was a time where like I looked at the achievement list afterwards and I was like, oh, I did not go to a lot of places or like finished a bunch of areas. Like I just did like the main path through a bunch of areas and then was like, I'm done here. Time to go.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time being lost and going in circles. So this also feels a lot shorter, I think, because of that. Oh, squeezing my horrible spaghetti body into that little section was so much.
So good.
Oh god, look, I've somehow I've glitched a wooden section to just bounce infinitely. Awesome.
This game is great.
Good game.
I don't know if this actually I won't say that. Nope. Instead, I will check on. I'm gonna check on some polls. So snowballing is barely over mushrooming. So if you're a mushrooming fan, you better get in there before 4 o'clock. Let's see here.
What a good sentence that was.
Let's see. Regretting is not regretfully in the lead over lurking, spying, and glaring. Still in a sizable lead over there is crooning with $900 into crooning.
Great.
And then magnifying is at 258. And then the monster race is very heated.
Ooh.
But Bigfoot is still in the lead.
Interesting.
Yep.
I'm fascinated to hear that, honestly.
That's the fucking smoky money. That's
smoky money.
That's smoke money. And then if you just tuning in or if you just got here or you haven't heard my voice in a while, we are streaming for the Innocence Project. The Innocence Project's mission is to free the staggering number of innocent people who remain incarcerated and to bring reform to the system responsible for their unjust imprisonment. It's also like, I didn't know that they're a local charity. They're a New York-based charity.
I think they help people nationwide, but I guess I shouldn't say that unless I'm sure, which I'm not.
But I'm happy that we're raising money for them. It's something that I think is very important, especially like after this year.
Yeah. Yep. Whoop. Oh, I'm not gonna be able to get through that. I don't have enough juice.
Oh, this part fucks me up so bad.
It's really hard. I remember struggling it with the first time, and I can already tell I'm gonna struggle with it this time.
Yeah, you already tripped it, I think.
Yeah, I've got to go back here. Ugh.
And then come back down.
Send out my little sticky little membrane.
Shoot.
My little Parmesan sticker.
Parmesan sticker.
What? Ugh.
Nice.
Ugh.
Oh no! Oh, yep. A lot of tubes. It's just a series of tubes.
So many tubes. The internet over here. I'm just plopping through them and leaving all this blood everywhere. Right.
There's a donation from Kayla, $20. I have no idea what this game is, but you're doing great, Jenna.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
There is another donation from Little Bep, and it says, "Hey, I'm in the Pope room here. $10. Thank you so much."
Hey.
There's another donation from Mama Beluga who said, "Pump for real talk with Jenna."
You'll probably get more real talk when I'm not playing. and when I'm just on the stream. So tune in for that. Oh God, look at my streamers of spaghetti just exploding everywhere.
Just going everywhere. So how was that peanut butter, Pat?
I ended up going with I had a strawberry rhubarb, or not, Icelandic yogurt.
Ooh,
Wow.
it's a good little treat.
In the old fridge. Just dumped a little bit of granola on top of there. Got some protein. Got some probiotics.
Keeping them guts healthy.
Keeping the gut fauna and flora flowing. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do for dinner.
Yeah, it's a good question. Are you on any streams in the evening?
I am off, so after Skull Wizards, I'm off until midnight, and then I'm up for Noita and
Right.
Shipbreakers.
Awesome. That's gonna rule.
So probably
That's gonna rule.
I'm excited for a chill nighttime stream. We're not doing any special incentives for that, just because we're gonna be tired. So we're gonna take it easy, and we're gonna watch Clayton cut some spaceships into little tiny pieces
With a great soundtrack behind him, a little bit. I also thought that Carrion had a really nice soundtrack from what I could hear between, you know, the scrunching and the crunching.
I think it's great. Yeah, I think it's got a great soundtrack. Do I have to if I pull this other one, is it just gonna let people free, or is it gonna open a door and it opened?
Yeah, you're gonna
Gonna have to fight some folks.
I think I remember this one. I think you do have to fight. I don't remember. I think you do have to fight them.
Well, I'm not gonna, and then we'll see. Either I'll have to go back and fight them, or the stream will time out, and then I never will.
Ooh. Good point.
Oh,
Never
no.
again. Another part of this game that I really enjoyed was just all the LED signs telling people, you need to leave. You need to get out of this facility. Don't get out. Just any way you can, just get out of this facility.
I love a warning that's not for me.
Yep.
It's like it's that Arthur meme that I can't read that.
Come on.
This game atmospherically reminds me a lot of Inside as well. Specifically the ending of Inside, which was one of the best fucking endings to a video game.
I don't know if I ever played Inside.
Oh my god.
I think you would like it.
Okay.
You would love it.
Okay.
I think.
I'm into that. I like things I love.
I don't
Take it for a test drive and see.
Okay. I'll check that out. Deposit biomass.
Love to do it.
Love to do it. I usually don't do it on stream though. It seems kind of private, but
It's against Twitch TOS.
It's against.
Inside was made by Playdead, Mr. Beardo, the same people who made Limbo. And I don't remember if they still exist.
I think they do, but they go like really dark in between their games.
I think maybe a couple of their creative people. Maybe I'm conflating indie studios in my head, but I think that maybe they don't have the people who made those games anymore.
Let's see.
But those are both very fun games.
oh yeah, Limbo's great. Okay. Let's go ahead and save. Because I think I did it. I think I did what I needed to do. And I don't think I have to fight those two boys in their big, big suits. Hello. Cool. Knock, knock. It's me.
Word from Brian. Sorry. Brian just pinged me to say that if you end up finishing this before the time period is over, let him know, and we'll get Simone in here early so we can start earlier on,
Stop.
Gaming.
Switch.
Yeah, on Skull Wizards.
Excellent.
Wizards.
I don't think I'm gonna finish, but you never know. I don't have the power up for that. I think maybe I do have to. I feel like maybe I have to hit those two switches to open these two doors.
This is the part of the game that, once again, just the frustrating being like, I don't know what you want me to do game.
I mean, they want me to open stuff. And I just didn't want to because I don't want to have to fight these fucking alien-ass Sigourney Weaver bots. Especially since I don't think I have the good power-up that I wanted.
Can't you just jump and avoid them?
Ah!
Yeah, I forget how you think you gotta rip the top panel off and the drive right.
Yeah. I've had some good luck just smashing my whole body into them.
That's pretty cool too. That's a cool move.
Okay, you just gotta jump down.
Yeah.
That's it.
I have 1 health, so I can't get hit. But that's fine. I did that whole bunch at Hades. Easy, she says, retreating for a moment to save.
I'm also gonna say, watching that Hades stream I did not. Jenna, that was awesome.
Yeah, that was some high level Hades.
That was some. I went back in my head and I was like, maybe I shouldn't play this.
What? No! You should definitely play it. It rules.
Play it. No. I'm still gonna play it. Like that game is
good.
excellent. It's just like we should have booked the card differently, in which I play it first and then everyone else does. I did. Oh, I did hear you're not a fan of the gun, and I was like, oh, I can't wait to show the fun that I have with the gun. Oh, nice.
Oh, are you fond of the gun? Okay, I'm into that.
I'm fond with the gun. Yeah,
I look forward to seeing that.
I once I got it, it was one of those things where I was like, oh, I know what I'm doing here. This turns into how you used to play Diablo in a certain sense, which is just like I'm
kiting.
just gonna kiting, and then it's also just being like, oh, you're too close to me. I have to go now.
All right. I mean, I have successfully I've beat Hades a couple times with the gun. I just don't like the feel of fighting with it. And I remember that being a thing also in Bastion, because I think there's a gun like in Bastion.
Yeah.
Something along those lines that I just didn't like how it felt to play.
Yeah. And that's kind of how I feel about the bow. Like, I haven't leveled up the bow at all because I just don't like it.
That's
I love
fair.
the bow.
I love the bow.
The bow's so good.
Oh wait, you got
The
my
gap
favorite
strike
ability.
on the bow is really good.
Oh, this is such a good ability. When I got this, I was screaming.
Is it because you like when you do that?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
I am become spaghetti.
And then you just, and then you get mass off of it. It's so good.
Is really good. This is a good ass game.
I also really enjoyed when you like rip the top off of the Sigourney Weaver ass mechs.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, no, this is my Sigourney Weaver ass mech. Good night.
Can I not get to you? I don't like that. I thought I could get to you in the mech.
You gotta rip the top off.
I see. Ow!
Yes. Oh.
Let's see. It is almost time for our collective action.
It's me, Jim. I shot you. Gotcha.
And now I think there was a puzzle that I got, like, I think it was, I don't know. There was one puzzle where it involves you having to, like, go through the bars and then also deal with the person, but it never extended far enough, so it was one of those things where, like, I kept on having to get the same body over and over again. And I was stuck for a while, and then once I, like, restarted it was, like, perfectly fine.
Yeah, there's definitely some tricky... There's definitely some parts where I mean, it's an indie game, so I think that's the sort of stuff that sometimes pops up when you're working with indie games. That in no way makes it less of a great ass game, but does make it sometimes occasionally frustrating to play. Okay.
As we are getting closer to Skull Wizards, I'm just gonna go over where are we in our poll. Let me just double check here. Hold on. Mushrooming is still winning. Regretting and Lurking are like neck and neck still. Crooning is out by a long shot. And then Magnifying is just holding on, and then Bigfoot is really still in the lead.
Good for Bigfoot. Good for Bigfoot. You know, that guy deserves a
About
win.
time. Yeah.
No longer hunted, Bigfoot rules.
Y'all believe in Bigfoot?
No.
No.
No. Me
Aw.
No. Sorry. I'd like to apologize to all the Bigfoot hunters out there. I'm sorry, but I
mean,
Much
don't.
respect, but
Yeah. Much respect to you. Also, if there's any Bigfoots out there, I'm sorry if you don't feel seen. Just try harder.
yeah, let us see you. That's the thing, you know. Just let us see you, and then we'll believe in you. And if you don't want us to believe in you, that's fine. I respect that too.
Bring out the Bigfoot.
Sometimes I don't want to be known.
Jenna, not to interrupt you, but it is 333 time.
Ooh.
Pat, could you explain 333 time to the chat, just in case they have no idea what's going on?
Yeah, sure. 333 time is a time for collective action. It's a time where all of you tiny meatballs out there coalesce into one undulating mass of powerful flesh, and through many small actions create great larger actions. So if you got $3 or $33 or $333, right now would be a great time to hop on and make a little donation to the Innocence Project.
Whoa.
Once again, oh wow. The Innocent Project, once again, is their mission is to free a lot of innocent people who remain incarcerated behind bars and to reform the system responsible for their unjust imprisonment, which is awesome.
A cause I think literally everybody in the entire world can get behind. I say that, you never know, but it just feels like...
There's probably some people out there.
Yeah, that's fair.
Look at them dance. Oh, there you go.
What's the name on Windows of the thing that shows you what on your computer is using juice?
Task manager?
Task manager.
Thank you.
Got some sucking all your juice up?
I got something drinking
Got a
my
little juice hog?
Is it Google Chrome, the most notorious one of all?
No, unfortunately not. And actually, no, my CPU is fine. 22%. Yeah, I'm great.
Oh.
I'm golden mustard. It's just my fan's just on. I think my computer's just hot from running for.
That's fair.
I think are you just missing like one last area?
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I keep dying before I can save my progress, so I keep having to go back here and do this thing. The problem is that I keep dying.
Yeah.
And then as a result of that death, I'm put back further in the story than I was previously. I'd say if I had to pinpoint what was happening, that was wrong.
Still a great ability though.
It's really good. There's a
It's
weird
real good.
umbilical cord.
And it is just and it's still the part that I love the most, that it's still attached like the character. So it's just like if you see it coming through and you just look and you're like, oh, Jim's fine, and then out of nowhere, what's this weird red? Too late, already done.
I like how the umbilical cord kind of pulsates as it's attached to somebody. Whoop. It's like it is feeding you a little bit of the juice. And in the most horrible way possible. Hey
Everyone
guys.
gets their juice.
Nothing to see here.
No one is here.
Shoop.
Oh, my computer's doing a virus scan.
Great timing. Super good
timing.
computer.
That's a Norton right there. That's a virus
No,
protection.
we don't use Norton here.
My dad swore by Norton for years, and I think he got it every single year. And then I never knew, like growing up, that why can't I play The Sims, Dad? Why can't I play The Sims on the family computer? Is because Norton took up all of like the RAM and necessary stuff to play the game.
I thought you were gonna say because Norton thought The Sims was a virus.
No, it takes a lot of power. Just constantly scanning for viruses that don't exist.
Constantly vigilant.
There I am.
There you go.
There we
last spot.
go. Okay. All right. Now, how do I get back to that thing? I'm so
think you gotta-
sorry.
I think you got to go down the hole again.
I think you're right. Oh, you have a gun, huh? I thought you were just on the toilet.
Well,
I wasn't gonna kill you,
night.
but then, you know.
Nope, no, no, you get. Oh, nope. That's a.
That's the bathroom for you.
A Moose IRL says, my parents thought all games were viruses somehow. I'm not sure they understood what PC games were for a while. I felt that. I honestly did feel that.
That's pretty funny.
I had shareware games growing up. I had Jetpack Santa and
Jetpack Santa?
Jetpack Santa. Oh,
I mean,
it was a shareware game. Yeah, it was the kind of shareware was a thing.
Yeah. Good times.
Yeah, I'd never heard of that. I'm sorry. I heard of Chips Challenge, which I think they brought back like some other time. I don't know if this is wild to say, but does anybody remember getting computer games in cereal boxes?
Yeah. I never played any of them.
Chex Quest specifically.
Yeah, I think that's how I played Backyard Baseball for the first time, because it came in a cereal box. And Backyard Baseball is really fun. I don't know how it holds up anytime soon, but there are some broken characters in that game. And one of them was just an all-star hitter, and I remember I just put him on every single one of my teams. Like every single time it was just like, no, you're on my team.
You mean that cereal game wasn't well balanced? That's crazy.
No.
It's crazy to think about.
Such a good game.
Back in my day, the games would just be on the back of the box. They would draw a fucking maze on the back of your Cocoa Pebbles, on the back of your Walton's Choice Cocoa Pebbles, and you just trace it to the pen.
Also, I think chat figured out the character I needed. Pablo Sanchez is a legend. Pablo Sanchez in Backyard Baseball.
I love that people know what you're talking about. Because I don't, but I want to support you. But it's better knowing that I don't have to, because the chat knows. Thank you, chat.
Thank you, chat. Kids get QR codes now because they all have devices that can take QR codes for games on the back of their box.
That's smart. I'm gonna latch onto this Doom guy. Who's playing Doom?
Do it.
Do it. Do it. Open the gate.
Yeah. Now I'm the Doom guy. Horrible. Just truly horrible.
It's so good.
Ooh, a lever, huh? Oh, okay.
Oh shit! I just remembered these terrible free PC games that I got.
Go on.
Independence Day. They're tie-ins to the film
Ooh.
Independence Day, and they both sucked. One of them was just like super frustrating, and I found a YouTube playthrough of it later, but it was just this game where you are inside the cockpit of one of the alien fighters from Independence Day.
Okay.
And literally the whole game is just trying to figure out how to turn it on. Like,
what?
It's an alien interface. You're sitting in this alien cockpit and you are a human and you're trying to figure out how to turn this fucking plane on. And the game ends when your plane flies out of the silo.
Wow.
Like when you figure out the right combination of esoteric buttons and things to press and like levers to pull at the right times, then that's the game.
What?
That kind of rules?
I think it's. I think it is good because it would be a great VR game.
Yeah. I think that sounds like a game that was just ahead of its time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ahead of its it doesn't even sound like canon, because I think Jeff Goldblum made a virus and that's how he figured out how to make the plane fly.
No, they made the virus to deliver to the mothership.
Yeah, but then
doesn't that off the shield?
Doesn't that one dude pilot it though? Into the
Will Smith pilots it.
Yeah.
And that's just a matter of that magic all happens off screen. Any modifications they make spacecraft all happen off screen. Then Will Smith is just like, I'm gonna fly that thing. And then Jeff Goldblum is like, I need to come along because I know how to use computers. Which is best Jeff Goldblum impression anyone's ever done. Hey, it's me, Jeff Goldblum. Hey, Mamma Mia.
We should have We should have just made that a goal or something of bring back Pat's Jeff Goldblum voice for this game.
No, there's no amount of money.
Oh yeah, then Randy Quaid is there, and he flies the airplane up into the. Randy Quaid gets like 5 last lines in that.
He goes out in like his biplane, doesn't he?
No, they give him a jet.
They do give him a jet, to their credit.
I don't know if I told you guys this, but every Independence Day, me and whoever's around watch Independence Day. It's a tradition. And I always try to show people who have never seen Independence Day the scene where the dog scene in which there's the explosion in LA and Vivica A. Fox and Will Smith's child, because they're together, and there's a dog with them, and then the explosion happens in LA, and then the fire comes through like a tunnel, and then there's a CGI dog jumping on like jumping from like what is it called, from the front of the craft to the front of the craft, and it just jumps in to like where they're like holding up, and then the blaze of fire behind the dog, and I was like, I'm here every single time that I ask. We can stop watching after this. I just want to get to this part.
Yeah, the dog is really good. Lot of good parts in Independence. Have you seen Independence Day, Jenna?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
in fact, I have a very fond memory of watching that with a bunch of film grad students, because film grad students are pretty wild, and they always have very strong opinions, obviously, about everything, movie-wise. But they're fun to just sit and watch movies with, because they can be like, their ability to just turn on that analytic. I mean, much the same as I can be with video games. There's always just like that transition from explosions cool to, oh, what an interesting framing that the director has chosen on this on this patriotic approach to. So that's real good. And the thing I remember most about the last time I watched that is that Vivica A. Fox's character is like an exotic dancer, is her job. Yep. But at no point does that movie use that as an excuse to have her strip, and I really appreciated that. Yep. Like there's like at no point does that come in. Is that used to like justify them going to the strip club to pick her up, and oh hey, just happens to be a lot of nude ladies, and I like that about that movie.
I also like that she saves President Rosalind from Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Man, a lot of stuff happens in that movie.
Yeah. Also, Bill Pullman's speech is really good at the end. That's a great presidential speech. Man, I should really get the audio for that.
If we can get to Josh, can I volunteer you to give the Bill Pullman speech? If we can get to let's see, we're at 2,369 right now. If we can get to 25,000 by the end of 25,000 by the end of Carrion.
Yeah, it's gonna be real bad.
Okay. No, you've got 15 minutes to practice.
Oh, I know. I'm looking it up right now.
Tragically, I have gotten to an area that I don't have, I think, any of the upgrades necessary to progress through.
Oh, this is harsh.
Because I don't have the thing that's gonna let me break through the one thing or pull out the other thing. Oh, here we go. I found it. I was just in the wrong spot.
Two Clan for Jam is talking about their favorite scenes in Mission Impossible 2, the Mission Impossible movie John Woo direct, which was not very good. But
I liked that one, but it was ridiculous.
It was ridiculous. The thing I remember most... Go ahead.
Go on. No, go on.
The thing I remember most clearly about Mission Impossible 2 is the soundtrack and the music for and inspired by the Mission Impossible 2, which included a Limp Bizkit song, which used the classic. It sampled the classic Mission Impossible theme, and it featured the profound lyricism of Fred Durst saying, "Now I know why you want to hate me, because hate is all the world has ever seen lately." And then it also featured bars. It featured "I Disappear" by Metallica. Those are the two that I remember.
Would you like me to take a look at the track listings? I have it
Please
here,
do.
right
Please
here.
do.
Number 1 track on there, Take a Look Around by Limp Bizkit. Number 2, I Disappear by Metallica. 3, Scum of the Earth by Rob Zombie.
Fuck yeah.
4, They Came In by Butthole Surfers. 5, Rocket Science by The Pimps. 6, Have a Cigar, a Pink Floyd cover by the Foo Fighters. Mission 2000 by Chris Cornell. Going Down by Gobsmack. Number 9, What You Looking At by Uncle Cracker. Backwards by Apartment 26. Karma by Diffuser. Alone by Buckcherry.
No.
Moon by Tin Fed. Here's my favorite one so far. My Kinda Scene by Powderfinger. Carnival by Tori Amos. And then Nya by Hans Zimmer featuring Herta Pereira.
The only one of that totally surprised me is Carnival.
Yeah, it's just fucking Tori Amos out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Someone in the chat is saying it needs more staff. Scott, what's the name of the lead singer of Creed?
Scott Stapp.
Scott Staff, yeah.
Stapp.
Staff.
Oh yeah, there's the. I have a Scott Stapp emote for my Twitch channel.
Pat, was it you that showed us the Scott Staff Florida Marlins intro song?
Yeah.
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 Do you guys remember how to solve this puzzle? I'm totally blanking.
Yes.
I got the
vaguely
key.
do.
Okay. So I got the key from here, and I thought I had to close this door, but then I'm trapped. Oh wait, no, I know. I remember what I need to do. I'm a fool.
There's a ladder.
I need to unlock a door. Yeah, it's the ladder I came up. I remember what I need to. I need to go down and unlock that first door. And then I have to come back and do the rest of this puzzle.
This is kind of when I started being like, all right, time to wrap up the game.
Yeah, this is kind of where I started running out of steam too.
Well, that's good news because we only have a little bit left.
You've played all
okay.
of this game.
Yeah, pretty much. I haven't gotten every upgrade, and I'm curious if I can just get through it without getting every upgrade.
I think you can, because I think they give you the major ones in order to like get through the game, but I think the other ones don't really like change the game. I think it just makes it easier because I think they just make you stronger and make stuff happen faster.
There we go. This is what I remembered.
Pat, what was that number to do the Bill Pullman speech?
It was 2,500, but that seems hard to hit from here. So let's say 24. If we can make it to 2,400 in the next 10 minutes, we will get the full Bill Pullman speech performed by Josh.
That's me. I will
Josh
do it.
Rios, Polygon.com.
That's me. I'm gonna read out some donations before that. Thank you, Jake, for your donation. There is also another donation by I Will Regret This Name for $3. All Cats Are Beautiful. Thank you for your $15 donation. Really do appreciate it. I'm also going to check in on our polls real quick because we're almost reaching that time in which we might have to close them. Mushrooming is in the lead over Snowballing. Regretting and Lurking is a $7 difference, so if you want to make a difference there is your choice. Crooning is still top dog at $908. Magnifying is up by $258, and then Bigfoot still with a sizable lead with Mothman and Gelatinous Cube following in that order. Thank you for everyone for donating, and really do appreciate this.
Thank you, everybody. How long do you reckon that speech is? That Vintage speech.
I have it right here. It is about.
I'm asking time wise, so if you're gonna give me some sort of length, I'm not gonna do nothing for me.
No. It's time synced. It's a minute 14.
Okay, excellent, perfect. That's just enough time for me to stand up and stretch my back, which is going to be what I'm going to do while you're doing that, if we get there.
Oh,
If
we
we
are
get
close. We are $150 away. No, we're getting even closer.
Ooh.
Folks, Oh no, this is gonna be on the internet forever. Okay.
Yeah, this is
No.
gonna be great. Time in memorial.
This is gonna get you in the pictures, kid.
I just wanted to be in a Disney Channel original movie, and this is what happens.
My date, President's Daughter. You remember that one?
Yeah. No, that wasn't that like Willie Friedle, or what's his name was? The guy from Boy Meets World, and also did like the voice of Terry
Voice of
McGinnis
everything.
for.
Who did you?
He was Terry McGinnis in Batman Beyond. He was the voice of Terry, the future Batman.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
He was, yeah, he did the voice of every, just like so many cool guys.
Yeah.
Okay, we hit it. We hit 24.
All right. All right.
All right, are we ready for this? Should we pull the trigger now?
Should we?
I'm gonna stretch my back.
Okay, that's fine. Let me get some voice in here. Let me just get in here. Let me adjust these vocals real quick.
Okay,
Let me add a little bit.
exterior, airplane hangar, dry lake bed, Dryden, California, secret Air Force base. Troops of varying professionalism gather around the president, who stands up on his fighter jet to provide the final rallying call.
Good morning. Good morning. In less than an hour, aircrafts from here will be joining others from around the world, and you will be launching the largest aerial battle in the history of mankind. Mankind, that word should have a new meaning for all of us today. We cannot be consumed by our petty difference anymore. We will be united in our common interests. Perhaps it's fate that today is July 4th. Oh wait, the 4th of July. And you will once again, excuse me, will be, the patriotism really got me, will once again be fighting for our freedom, not from tyranny, oppression, or persecution, but from annihilation. We are fighting our right to live, to exist. And should we win today, the 4th of July will no longer be known as an American president holiday, but is the day when the world declares in one voice, we will not go quietly into the night. We will not vanish without a fight. We're gonna live on. We're going to survive. Today, we celebrate our Independence Day.
Beautifully done. That speech is just about America extending its imperialist culture to make American Independence Day the globe's Independence Day by beating aliens.
That's true.
What are you talking about? That's how that works.
Yeah.
What if they? Can you imagine Independence Day 2 if it was literally about that? If it was about the colonialist fallout of the world uniting under America's military might to fend off aliens, and then figuring out what happens once those aliens are gone?
I think
that
there was
would
an
be
entire.
amazing.
That sounds like a real, like a sci-fi premise for like an Amazon show that they were really proud of and canceled after like 2 seasons.
You're welcome, the world. You're welcome, the entire planet.
Also, thank you for donating. Really do appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you everybody who donated to get that rapturous speech pushed through.
And we won't be DMCA'd for it because there's no music or any of the audio from that. I'm gonna read out some donations here from the 25th BAM. You know what's better than 24? Thank you for your donation. Another donation for $33.38. It's as F Magic. Another donation. I want that speech. Well, sir, you got that speech. Right. A lot of thank yous for streaming. Guasha, thank you for your $200 and Loving Beppis. Thank you so much. Aaron and Lloyd, thank you for your $60. Really do appreciate it. Cat O, $6.69 just as speech over and over again. Thank you for that. People really wanted that Independence Day speech. Thank you everyone for your donations. Really do appreciate that.
For real. Yeah, this has been great so far.
I really did not expect to do the Independence Day speech today when I woke up, but here we are.
I mean, you've got some pretty hardcore incentives. I don't want to spoil any, but...
No. But they should check out tomorrow at 10 a.m. with me and Pat when we start this off again, and my incentive's pretty straightforward.
Yes.
They're good. That's what I have to say. I'm looking
We're
forward
gonna
to
have
your
some fun
incentives.
tomorrow at 10 o'clock in the morning. We're gonna start with a nice ASMR, like couple hours of ASMR. I had my mic set up and everything.
I
Nice.
can't wait.
I should plan out my. Go ahead.
No, go for it.
I was gonna say I should plan out my breakfast tomorrow. I should have a nice. Should make sure that I get some protein to get me through the day.
I might get an egg sandwich, a nice big old That's
Yeah,
gonna
that's a
tide me
great
over until
idea.
break.
Yeah. We do have Simone and Brian in the chamber for Skull Wizards.
Ooh,
Whenever you're ready,
great.
Jenna, just give us a shout and I will hop in there and tell them.
Here's what I'm gonna do.
You should take 5.
Here's what
I
I'm gonna
think.
do. yeah. I
take
was
a
just
little break?
thinking that I would love 5 minutes to go to the bathroom and get water. Here's my silly thing. Is at the start of this, before I went live, I was like, I should make a pot of tea and put it in my thermos, and then I could have a little bit of tea break when it's time to RPG. And then I was like, no, I'll have time, and I'll definitely remember to do that over lunch. And I didn't. So now I want a little tea break for Jenna. So what we're gonna do. Do you guys want to hang out and talk, or should I just send us to audio?
Yeah.
I would like to use the restroom as well.
Okay.
so-
Yeah. Just send us to audio then. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we're gonna take about let's plan a 5-minute break. So 4:03 we will start up again. No, let's say 4:05. Let's make that a round good number.
Okay.
4:05 we're gonna be back here to do Skull Wizards. We'll start with me making everybody who's playing, which I believe is Josh, Pat, Brian, and Simone.
Yep.
Yeah.
I
The whole,
think
our
so.
lineup?
team. Full
Yes.
court press.
Yep.
Yeah, Clayton will not be joining us because he's streaming 8 hours after me, and I
Right.
appreciate not wanting to add 2 more hours to that. So we're going to be starting
Respect.
by making everybody do basically Mad Libs, and that will help define their character. So we're going to take a little bit of a break. You guys should also take breaks, get some more water, stretch, break your piggy bank, and start counting out how much change you have to donate. And we'll be back in just a moment.
Thank you guys so much.
Bye, everybody. Mute your Discord mics.